It's the hardest part of the ring. Yes, it's the hardest part of the ring. Sometimes you go over the top rope and you bang your head on the ring apron. And that's when you feel like a big dope, 'cause they're the worst bumps you can be taking. Oh, it's the hardest part of the ring. It's the hardest part of the ring. Ba-da-ba-da. Hey, it's the hardest part of the ring. It's me, Bob. What do you say? Well, tip the veal, try the waitress. What a fiesta we are having at this hardest part of the ring. Why a fiesta? Let me address this. In the background, you may or may not hear blaring Mexican music on the other side of the wall through the construction of the apartment that they're renovating, and the dude's yelling. I am not angry. Let me make this abundantly clear. I am not upset about the music being Mexican. I do not care about the ethnicity of the people listening to it or the ethnicity of the music. I do not care about the color of the skin of the people listening to the music. It doesn't matter if it's in English or Spanish or any other language. I only care that the music is loud. Okay, let me make that abundantly clear. In this instance, it does happen to be of Mexican ethnicity, or at least the people listening to it, and I've seen them with my eyeballs. I'm not judging them in that way. Okay, do we make that clear? I only hate the music because of its volume, and that's it. All right. Yeah, it's very disruptive, especially when you work night shifts and you're supposed to be sleeping, and you really can't yell at someone, "Hey, it's 10:30 in the morning. What the hell is the matter with you?" No, I'm in the wrong, so you just don't sleep. So I'm doing a late release of NXT for February 10th of 2010. So it is a little bit late. Sorry, Mark. I'm just going to address Mark directly in all the podcasts now. I hope this thing blows up. Well, of course I do, because I'm an egomaniac. To like several thousand or 100,000 listeners or something like that. And then more than ever, I just specifically address the entire thing to Mark Lennon in Ireland. That would be hilarious. And then you see on chat boards, like, oh, is that like a real guy? No, it's totally a real dude. Okay. Is there anything else? Oh, bad guy notice before we jump into this. Um, I wasn't able to do this when I guess Sonia Deville had the problem with the stalker back in August, I want to say. But if you see a situation like what's going on with Alexa Bliss and this maniac asshole stalking her and all this stuff, all you can do, and I hate to say the least you can do, but all you can do to help report the account. Because the message, at least with Twitter, does come back to you that you reported this thing and helped it get erased. And yes, the guy's just going to make another one, and the guy totally is, but at least it puts somebody on some kind of alert. Help. Because I didn't realize when I did the Raw review a few days ago that the reason Alexa was not there was because of the stalker guy. I was aware of it, but I just didn't do the math for whatever reason, and then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, okay, that's why they didn't address the thing with Alexa during the Orton Edge match from the week before because of this asshole. So WWE gets a pass for the loss of continuity here. This one is not their fault. If Alexa is home because she's erring on the side of safety, then that is the better decision. And in this case, fuck wrestling. Okay, erring on safety is what is most important. So help block these assholes because I don't like to see it. I can't imagine the situations that we don't hear about. I'm sure it's unlimited, but in this case, you know, she spoke up because this guy was bothering her on Twitter, so she um, made us all aware what the hell was going on. And I know the PC, the WWE training centers in Florida, their parking lot has had issues in the past. But at least and I've never been there, but at least in that situation, there's other people around. Like other people, even if they're not big muscular wrestlers, other people are always a deterrent of bad situations. Witnesses always deter problems. They don't prevent them, but a huge deterrent if you have people around you. In this case, if this person is home, and I don't know if this guy actually does know where Alexa lives or looked up. I have no idea. But if he does, then that is bad. Okay, because then for obvious reasons. Okay, so that's my bag. I noticed. Help report. Okay, that's all I can say. NXT 2021. What year is it?
Okay, if it was this time in 2001, we'd be talking about the XFL and the invasion and how it was good for a week. Okay, enough. We opened the show with Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, and that was the most historic thing that happened, and that's not true. Yes, it is. We opened the show with MSK, Memorial Sloan Kettering, the cancer hospital. Oh, I put a big frowny face next to this in my notes. Are they trying to parody an indie tag team? Like every indie thing they do, like the obnoxious hopping around, like when you step through the ropes, you got to hop on the bottom one to give you a little spring to jump around. The thing, and I know because I used to do this one when you stand on the second rope for everyone to look at you, and you turn around, and you jump up just a little too high and slam your feet in the middle, just to show that you got energy, to show that you got charisma. You got fire, white meat, baby face, to get everyone's attention. It doesn't, by the way, it's stupid. Uh, they do all of them. They have the shiny gear with the DX colors, and one of them does the Bronco Buster. So they're doing Markish stuff with the Hardy Boy vibe. They are indied out to the gills, and they wrestle the Evil Luchas. I don't know their names. The boos were piped in so hard for the Evil Luchas, it was almost a chant. It was like boo, boo, boo with the music. It was really see. I want to see MSK wrestle a big tag team. I want to see them wrestle the Authors of Pain. I don't know where they went, or the Viking guys. I forget their last names that they had. One of them had a baby. Congratulations to Eric and then Sarah Rowe over there. Is that their names? He's Eric Rowe. I don't. Whoever they are, Eric and Sarah. Congratulations. Very nice to see, and congratulations to Mia Yim and Keith Lee and on their impending nuptials as well. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a fucking animal. I'm a bad guy when I watch this match. Um, they put in some arm bars up top to make it look like they were having a wrestling match. They didn't fool anybody. They got MSK as extra hand signals that no one can follow. I hated this match. I give it 7,000 stars, and of course the MSK wins. They did a version of their stupid pushy moonsault gimmick thing, like off the ring apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. By the way, it's the hardest part of the ring. Yeah, and they win a goddamn match. Great. I think they're winning the whole thing. We'll talk about that more later. We have a package of Mercedes Martinez. She hasn't been on Hulu much. I don't know if she's been on the program much, but I think she's the least. The audience has been educated the least about her in this upcoming three-way on Sunday. The Garganos. I like Mercedes Martinez, by the way. She's a believable badass. I don't have any problems with Mercedes Martinez. I'm actually looking forward to it. I just wish we got more education about her on the program going into the match because it looks like she's an afterthought. It might as well be Tony versus Io from the Hulu edition is what we review here on the hardest part of the ring. That's how hard the part of the ring is. The regular part got cut out. Only the Hulu part survived because the ring is so goddamn hard in that particular part. The Garganos. Gargano has a broken arm, sort of. And Wade Barrett was entertaining here. He can't walk because he explained that Gargano couldn't walk because he had a broken arm, and Gargano had a great interaction with Beth. I love the Wade and Beth stuff because, and I had a great conversation with my friend Brian Yang about this, is that unlike Corey Graves, he would just like yell at Renee and then browbeat her, and then like that would be that. Wade, I'm not trying to compare this to Gorilla and Bobby Heenan because nothing does, but I'm saying Wade knows he has to argue the wrong point from up top, whereas Corey Graves tries to win and be smart and win the argument and be an asshole doing it. Well, that only goes one direction. Like it's like Captain Marvel. It's a boring pile of shit. And I like Corey Graves. He's good at everything else he does, but on that he's not good at it. Sorry, but he's great everywhere else. So I'm not shitting on Corey. He had a bad habit of that when he was partnered with Renee of just I gotta argue my point, or he browbeat Saxton as well. That's okay because he's anyway. So Wade knows he's arguing the silly point, and he lets Beth win, and it's brief. That's perfect. I think that's how that should be done, and I thought they both did great. William Regal comes out to save this. Actually, I've been very hard on the Garganos and the Way group. I said hard on, lol. Well, but I shouldn't say save this, but William Regal made it memorable because you don't see him in full segments ever. So when he does one, it's awesome. Because he's been used great in that they just have him come out briefly or backstage in just 30 seconds, let him make the match he needs to make, punish the heel for whatever deed it was, and reward the babyface for whatever they did, and make a match. And he's great at that. But because he rarely comes out and says, no, 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 now I got a problem. That makes it special, and it was great. He called Gargano Sunshine at one point, and Regal explained why Gargano's arm thing was bullshit. And so I thought it was fun. It was terrific. And then Regal makes a match. What match did he make? Oh, yes. So indie wrestling and Candice LeRae Gargano. They wrestled the Legion of Gimmicks. The Legion of Gimmicks is out here. Sloppy Blackheart has the tank and the green hair and the howl. And Ember Moon comes out with Mad Max shoulder pads and a mohawk and a helmet she wears for 1 second. And the Legion of Gimmicks go on to wrestle Candice LeRae and indie wrestling. And this was a weird finish. So indie wrestling decides to cover her partner Candice, so Candice doesn't take the brunt of Sloppy Blackheart's like senton thing off the top. And they explain that she was protecting Candice LeRae because that's the one who's in charge of this. I get that part. Here's what I don't get. If indie wrestling knowingly, she knows she's the legal woman in the match. So then why would she do that, knowing it's going to cost them the match, which is going to make Candice even less happy? And also, and furthermore, why? God, that music is so fucking loud. Why would Indy Hartwell, whatever, bother to cover Candice and take that damage from Sloppy? Because if she has time to do that, she has time to just shove Candice and herself out of the way completely to safety. No? I didn't get it. And I saw online, I guess it was an homage to another ending she saw at some match that inspired her to be a wrestler like 3 years ago. Cool, but homages don't work like that. I don't think that was the right thing to do. Or the right time. Shouldn't Indy Hartwell wait till she's in a more prominent position to do an homage to something that inspired her instead of just um, the tag team tournament to further angles? Am I crazy? I don't know. But anyway, William Regal answers the one question I had this whole time, which I haven't heard them say this on TV yet if I haven't missed it. He says, oh yeah, the winner of the Women's Dusty Cup will get a tag team title shot. Opportunity, my bad, at the Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, okay, well they're fighting for a reason. I assumed that was the stipulation, even though I don't remember them saying it, but to get the confirmation was nice. So it's going to be the Legion of Gimmicks versus Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Oh, they showed up too to have like the stare down, but every team is doing that, so it doesn't make any sense. So those two teams are going to wrestle a takeover. I'm hoping it's. I think it'll be Gonzalez and Dakota are the way to go here. I think so. We see Finn Balor's package. Then Kushida wrestles Austin Theory, and there's a DQ here. I think Gargano kicks Kushida. There's actually footage out there of Kushida attacking an audience member, and you should have been there when Kushida hit the fan. When Kushida hit the fan. Oh, sometimes I just kill myself. Oh boy. So there's a DQ, and then the referee, who's like a Proud Boy, which is a terrorist group domestically in the United States, if you need to know, says he says it wasn't your match. Like, okay, thanks for pointing that out. Then there's a beat down on Kushida, but no one cared about them stomping and smearing Kushida all over the floor because Did they just show him like attacking Gargano and injuring him? I guess to some extent, I don't know. To like the week before, like I don't see where's the sympathy on Kushida gonna be. I don't know. Oh, Dexter Loomis was under the ring. It was very obvious because Austin went under and Gargano went to pull Austin out, but he pulled Loomis out. So chances are, though, I mean, they'll do the tag match eventually, of course. It doesn't look like Leon Ruff is in a picture right now. They'll do the Loomis Kushida Gargano's tag match. I'm sure that'll be a TV thing. So maybe Loomis will be the guy they have go at take it from Gargano, and that feud will really suck because if Gargano and did too much talking beforehand, like he's got to do all of it if he's feuding with Loomis, right? I don't know. Oh, Loomis and Kushida put submission holds on their enemies here, and I mean Tony Storm has a package hyping her how she's gonna win the thing, the 3-way on at NXT Takeover Vengeance. It's called. I thought it was like on this Sunday Valentine's Day. Io Shirai then has a package, and she's good at doing like I don't know if creepy's the right word, but it's like a dark vibe, but she's believable. Um, they showed her jumping off the in your house set on the house onto Charlotte and Rhea last spring ish. I don't want to say, and I kind of forgive Io when she does something crazy like that, jump off the house or put the garbage can on her head during War Games. Am I being a hypocrite? Probably, but when Io does it, let me back up. If it were when like a babyface Candice LeRae when she had just regular blonde hair, or if it were Tegan Knox or babyface Dakota Kai, if they do it, it's like okay, cool, they did a big courageous thing. But a lot of times when regular baby faces do it, you could always kind of see the pause, like they're getting ready to do a dive perfectly. Like you see, like when Pat McAfee was jumping on guys, it took way too long. Dana Brooke did it in the middle of the Rumble, and she dove onto a bunch of women in the ring. So it was like, why? Io Shirai to me doesn't seem like she takes too much time up there, so there's not that much clustering of the bodies to catch her. And before she does it, especially when she did the garbage can thing, but before she does a big crazy thing like that, she makes a crazy face. So when she put the garbage can on her head, she had this crazy smile like she's a complete maniac. And and the presentation of the can on the head too would make sure eyeballs go there, so you're less likely to stare at the women clustering at the bottom. So that's why I kind of forgive when Io does it. But I don't know what to tell you. Grizzled young veterans wrestle Timothy Thatcher, who has theme music. I didn't know. And Tommaso Ciampa. They start on the outside. They brawl. The baby faces, big, not big. They're just tough, very jacked, mean-looking, believable, tough guys. No doubt about it. 100%. I like the grizzled young veterans, particularly Zach Gibson, but I think the team works well. I didn't think Grizzled had enough. Again, just like Mercedes Martinez, not enough education on TV for us to care as much as we should. Because I really liked the Grizzled Young Veterans on the UK show. I thought they were tremendous, but I didn't even know they weren't the UK Tag Team Champions. I guess it's Gallus. I'm trying to catch up on UK. Little sidebar, but for whatever reason, only the UK shows. I have these really bad streaming issues on my network here, and I don't know why that is. On just the UK TV shows. So it's actually a chore because I'm trying to watch it. Um, I realize Kaylee Ray is in there with, oh goodness, the Japanese legend. There's an S and an M in there, and I can't think of her name right now. But I want to see that, but unfortunately, excuse me, I just belched into a microphone. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see it. What we're talking about, we're talking about the tag team match. It was a good match, physical, back and forth, no doubt about it. The grizzled young veterinarians beat Tommaso Ciampa clean. I mean, yes, it was a tag team finish, so I don't have a problem with Ciampa getting pinned by a tag team finish or anybody. But they just beat the team clean? Why? Oh, that's right. Because we need to do Grizzled and MSK. And MSK, if there were fans, would be booed out of the building against Tommaso, who was loved by NXT fans, and Timothy Thatcher. So this believable badass babyface tag team has to lose so the Indie-rific tag team won't get booed. This is what pisses me off about modern wrestling. It pisses me off about a lot of AEW fans have this issue. It pisses me off about stand-up comedy is that now I call it like it's a kids bowling party. You know how they put bumpers on a side so they don't have to get gutter balls and all the kids essentially hit a pin usually. That's what we're doing in wrestling. We have to make sure these certain people get over. These comedy industry darlings, we have to make sure their perfect audience is at the right time and the right place for them to succeed. We have to make sure they succeed. No one's getting over on their own. And if you are, like Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher, getting over on your own, you have to go under so that we can make sure the right people go over who weren't getting over on their own. It's ass fucking backwards. So MSK is probably going to beat the Grizzled in the Dusty thing. Is what I expect because I don't think they have much invested in the Grizzled. I think they just needed heels for MSK to beat. This is why I think that happened. Why Grizzled beat him clean? I got nothing. I got nothing. I think most upsetting about the entire match, Tommaso Ciampa, who was out for about a year with or 9 months, whatever it was, probably not long enough out with neck surgery, takes a power bomb on the goddamn ring apron. And I don't know if I ever mentioned this before. I don't know if I'll ever mention it again. But the ring apron, it's the hardest part of the ring.